So these are the curls that we are going to be doing today, and they are very, very easy, and they only take 15 minutes. I'm not lying, and I kind of have a lot of hair in my head. Very loose, you know, simple curls. They're not very defined, you know, they're just very natural. So shouldn't take you very long, and I hope you try it out and watch this video. This is the second half of the two-part series of my face and my hair. And I've already done my makeup, as you can see, and to see that video, go ahead and click on the link below. I've just gotten out of the shower, and I have conditioned my hair. I've deep conditioned it already, and in the shower, I like to run a comb through my hair so that I don't have any tangles. I don't use a detangler. I don't need to because I condition it so much, so well. I'm going to start with my conditioner, and I've been using this for years, and I love this stuff. It's by Garnier Fructis, and it is the Sleek and Shine Intensely Smooth Leave-In Conditioning Cream. And I don't use a whole lot of this because it can make your hair greasy. So I'm just going to use about that much, and I'm going to focus this in the middle parts of my hair. I don't want to focus it on the roots. Get a little bit down at the ends. So I forgot to mention that this is my hair routine, and I do this every single day. I don't curl my hair every single day, which is what I'm going to be doing in the video, but I do put all of these products in my hair every day. Okay, now that I have my leave-in conditioner in, I'm going to use on my ends. I don't have any split ends, thankfully, but I use this stuff just in case, and it's the Coconut Milk Split Ends Mender, and I've been using this a long time. It's almost empty, and I'm just going to take that much, and I'm just going to put this on the ends. And I try not to put a lot of heat on my hair when I am not doing something, like when I'm going to class. I go to the gym when I go to class, like, because I have to drive a long ways to get to class, so on those days I'm not doing my hair. I'm putting the product in my hair, but I'm not putting heat on my hair. This is for the blow drying protection. So I'm using the Redken Blown Away 09. It helps dry your hair faster, and it also protects your hair from the heat of the blow dryer. I have about that much in my hand, and then I'm going to combine the Redken with this Kenra Platinum Silkening Gloss. And I just like to add just a little bit of that to make my hair extra silky. I'm just going to use like a little tiny squirt. And mix it up a little, and then just rub it through my hair. Again, I'm not really going to focus on my roots because I tend to have greasy hair, and I don't need the extra product in there to make it even more greasy. So now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to blow dry my hair out. I'm not going to do anything special to it. At the end of my blow dry, I'm going to just tip my head over and then just make sure I got all my roots, and that'll give me some extra volume. I'm not going to film that for you guys. I think it's noisy and it might be a little boring. Okay, this is my my just blow dried hair. I'm just waiting for my my straightener to get hot. And I don't use a curling iron, I just use my straightener. And while I'm waiting for it to heat up, I am just going to go ahead and split my hair right above my ears. I am going to split it into 2 halves. And I'm going to take my flat iron thermal spray, and it's like a heat protectant, so that's good. And I'm just going to spray it just a little bit, probably like 2 sprays in my hair, focusing on the bottom half, and this is the only time that I'm going to brush my hair out, is just to disperse that. So now that my hair is split into 2 sections, I'm going to start with the very back. I want these curls not to be really tight, I want them to be loose. So I'm not going to curl a little bit of hair, I'm going to curl a lot of hair at the same time. So on this side of my head, I'm going to make sure that I'm curling outwards from my face, and I will show you what I mean by that. So this is what I mean by outwards. There we go. It's curled right there. Now I'm just going to do the same thing. Just curl it back and just let it go. And then I have a little curl. And I don't really like start at the top. I just, until I get maybe like to the part of my hair where you can see the top of it, I just don't think it's worth putting the heat onto it when it's not necessary. And there we go. This this side is harder for me, and I don't know why. I always have a trickier time figuring out, okay, which way is curling outwards. So, because you don't want all the curls towards your face, it's going to make your face look tiny, and you don't want to, yeah, tiny face. No tiny face. You want a big face. You want everyone to see your lovely, beautiful face. I'm just going to grab the back chunk, and it's relatively large, and I have to flip my iron over for this part, and then I have to use my other hand and curl out. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Just curl outwards. And I find it works better to just pull your hair through the straightener instead of like curling it all the way around and then letting it go. Okay, and now I'm going to move on to the next section. And I tend to part my hair over here, so I have a lot more hair that I work with on this side. So I'm just going to finish up this side and then I go to this side, because I'm just going to take another section and pull it down, spritz it. I'm going to do like I do and go outwards with it. I just love this side. It's so much easier. Sections and taking relatively large chunks of hair. And now, since this is close to my head, I like to start at the top instead of partway through. And as I get towards the top of the back of my hair, it tends to crinkle, so I will go ahead and straighten that out before I pull it through. And I'm just going to curl away from my head again. And with this section, I have some of my bangs in here, but I'm just going to still continue, and I'm just going to, well, I'm going to start up here and then just curl it away from my head. I have so much hair. Sure, conditioner in. And then when I get to my bangs, I have a lot of these bangs, so I just do these in two sections like this. Again, this side is harder for me. I had to think about it for a minute. Excuse me. And I'm just pulling outwards, away from my face. And when I do these curls, I don't spend a lot of time making them perfect. You know, it is what it is, and it's just simple, easy curls, and they just look so natural because you don't spend so much time worrying about them. Like so. Okay, and then after I have all the curls put in, I like to go back through the back of my head and make sure that I have everything straight. So I just kind of like go like that. I mean, I don't go through, excuse me, oh my goodness. I don't go through and recurl anything. I'm just making sure that the back of my head is flat, and turn it off and unplug it. Okay, so I do not like to put a lot of hairspray in my hair. I just like to put it where I need it. So what I do, I'm just going to use the Aussie Awesome Volume. This is like a cheap one, and it works. So I just spray it into my fingers, and then I rub it, and I just kind of get my flyaways, and I just brush it through the top. And I like to make sure that it doesn't get chunky. So I'm just kind of like brushing it through with my fingers before it dries. Take a little bit more to run it through, just a little teeny tiny bit, because I don't like it to start to separate, and because it just looks less natural. So I just do it a tiny bit, just to give it a little bit more definition. I'm going to do it with the other side. Does anyone else do this? I was doing this the other day, and my friend was like, I've never seen anybody put hairspray in their fingers. I was like, I don't know. Works for me. Okay. And that is it. That is how I do my 15-minute curls. And it really doesn't take very long at all. It is the easiest part of my whole getting dressed process. And if you guys have any questions, any comments, concerns, just go ahead and ask them below, and I will put part 1 of this video down below as well. And I will talk to you guys next time. Ta-da!